everyone, my name is Willie Newcomb Jr. and I am a Filipino martial arts practitioner, Bikini Tersha Kali. And I would like to take a few moments in this video to do a review of the Century Bob Body Opponent Bag and the Extension Arm Kit. I've had this set up for about a year and a half and I've benefited tremendously from it in my martial arts training. I'd like to show you a few ideas if you have this set up. If you already have the Bob bag, maybe also encourage you to get the arm extension kit. I'd like to show you ways that you can supplement your FMA practice with this particular setup. Alright, so we have the Bob Body Opponent Bag. I've got this from Amazon. It ships pretty lightweight and it is pretty simple to put together. It comes with a nice sturdy base. You can fill it with water or sand. I currently have 2 bags of play sand in here. It makes it heavy enough to hit, still makes it light enough to move around if I have to. Very strong, sturdy material. Also, I'd like to mention it has 7 height selections. So I'm 5'11" and this is not as tall as it gets. So it'll work for you regardless of your height. So it ships light, it puts together well, and it's very sturdy, and we'll get to how you can benefit from this and the Bob arm extension jacket. So now we have the Bob arm extension jacket. Goes on pretty easy. It is a little tough putting it on at first, the material being new of course, but once you put it on the first time it stretches out. Every time after that's pretty easy. So slide it around Bob. And the back side you've got 3 straps and 3 hooks to use. And they give you plenty of room to make adjustments. You tighten it or loosen it. First one goes on like so. And then he covers up really nice. Let me take a moment and spin him around. And we've added an element of training to Bob, which is perfect for Filipino martial arts practitioners. Let's have a look. Well, first thing with the Bob Body Opponent Bag, with or without the extension, the arm extension jacket, he's perfect for hitting. He's perfect for working all of your angles. I just have the jacket on now to demonstrate a different point. So we know we can hit him with all of our angles. Now he's fantastic for when you want to work hitting the weapon hand with your 1 or 2 strikes. For example, target practice. With your 1, getting back to chamber, striking quickly. You can work it with your 1, of course, or your 2, hitting that weapon hand. Another thing I like to do is work my broken footwork with the strikes. Or if I want to back up and make it more of a cardiovascular exercise, another thing I like to do is work my approaching and retreating footwork with Bob being my reference for distance. Broken footwork. Good for working target practice, good for working your broken footwork. Alright, now you've been working your broken strikes. This is the best angle I can show you this at. So you've working your broken 1, your broken 2, you're working your broken footwork. Now this jacket is great for after you've made that contact, getting off the center line, throwing the 1 umbrella, and throwing a horizontal strike. Show you that again. So you've made the contact, you come off with a 1 umbrella, and then you finish with a horizontal strike. Or it could be a diagonal strike, whatever you choose. You can get into lockups. You can also work that from a 2 strike. broken two strike, broken two strike, come in with the two umbrella, horizontal strike. Again, two back to chamber, two back to chamber, two umbrella, horizontal strike. All right, great. So we've covered some of the stuff you can do with the long weapon. What can you do with the short weapon? Well, like the long weapon, target practice. Bob has all kinds of targets, the eyes, the other vitals, and of course with the jacket, now you got the hands to play around with. Same thing applies. You're working your PTK, you're working your roll, you're working your forward grip, and you want to attack the weapon hand. Perfect for target practice. Landing that hand quickly. Getting into the eyes. Working your jabs out. Getting them back to chamber. All right, so we've covered that. Now, don't forget, it also works for the ice pick grip, the reverse grip, or the placal grip. Same thing, target practice. Work your footwork. Sorry if I'm getting out of the shot. Now, let's say you want to work your close quarters attacks. Perfect. One of my favorite things to do with the bob and the extension jacket. Let me show you. So, you're in your ice pick grip. You go for an overhead strike. Of course they stop that. Of course they do. You come in, you make the cut on the arm. Slice, aim for the vitals. Same thing with a two strike. You go in for the two thrust. They stop that. Of course they do. You come around, you make your cut, you make your slice, go for the vitals. One of my favorite things to train with this bag, I love training short weapons with the Century Bob Opponent Bag and Arm Kit. You can also work empty hands, Panatukan Filipino boxing with the opponent bag and the arm kit. What I like to do is slap down the lead hand with a one slap and then finish with a two hack. This is fantastic if you want to work a good cardiovascular exercise. Set a minute round, slap, hack, slap, hack, slap, hack. You may have to put more sand in there. Slap, hack, slap, hack. And of course, that works for the other side as well. Turn the bottle around a little bit. Slap, hack, slap, hack, slap, hack, slap, hack. Perfect for Panatukan and working the hack and slash with your empty hands. All right, I took the jacket off to illustrate one more point. Another thing you can work with the Bob Opponent Bag, even without the jacket, is self-preservation, self-defense techniques. One thing I definitely like to do quite a bit when I'm working empty hands with Bob is simply working my eye jab. Just getting, and of course Bob's got a wonderful set of eyes that really come out perfect in the bag. Perfect again for target practice. You're working the eye jab. Working it from a neutral position. You don't want any trouble. Working both hands. Working the eye jab. Or working the eye jab to the headbutt. Anything. Any self-defense techniques you're working. Another thing I like to do from my JKD background with Bob is faking one line and attacking with the other. For example, fake with the low line, strike with the high line. And then you work your speed with that. Become evasive, elusive with your self-defense techniques. Fake the high line, go with the low line. Careful kicking the base. I just happen to be wearing some sturdy toe boots, but it's also perfect for working a line after you faked one. You work the high line, you fake the low line. Another way of benefiting from the Century Bob Opponent Bag. Well, there is a quick rundown of the Bob Body Opponent Bag and of course the extension arm jacket. You can find both in most sporting goods stores. I got mine on Amazon. Should be easy to find online. You can benefit greatly in any kind of martial arts training. This was just to give you an idea, open your mind, give you some ideas of what you can do with the Bob Body Opponent Bag, especially with the arm jacket and especially in Filipino martial arts. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's very cold outside, so if you're seeing it this time of year, stay warm. Thank you very much for your time and keep training hard.